Every part of Earth is alive. Even the soil, even that which as children we might have thought was not, like lichens on the rocks or the rocks themselves. Everything on Earth is alive. In some way it is sentient, in some way it is changing, it is growing, maturing in some way. And for instance, when we hold a rock, if we don't know that it is alive or that it is sentient, then we wouldn't even reach into the rock with our mind, with our heart, to hear its language, to hear its history, to understand what it has witnessed of the earth over its long, long, long life. But if we know that a rock is sentient, then we do hold it, feel its energy, feel its gift, its capacity. We might even hold it and feel some of the akasha that it holds from its long, long, long life here on Earth. Everything is alive on Earth. The water is alive. Everything has spirits and elements and elves and sprites and dwarves and brownies and microbes and little filaments that connect everything telepathically, sentiently, and sensitively. Everything's alive. And that is an amazing thing to hold in one's mind and in one's heart. And so we will. We smile, we take a long, slow, deep breath, and we settle, breathing in and breathing out. With the breath, we light our heart and we connect heart to heart with the golden band of light. With the breath, we light the ajna center at the brow, and we connect ajna to ajna with a golden band of light. And with a breath of light, we light the crown center. We connect crown to crown with a golden band of light. Thus are we one heart, one mind, one willed intention. So imagine the very earth that we walk upon, the soil, the rocks, the gravel, the sand, that it is sentient. Imagine mountains, great boulders, are sentient, aware, and furthermore that they are changing. Of course, that's true scientifically, because eventually they'll all become radioactive in some minor or major way. But beyond that, they are also refining. And they use that which is around them to help them in that refinement process in a way just as you and I do. We use teachers and teachings and books and movies and conversation and advice we receive from one another. We use our faith, that which we believe. We use our events and our relationships in order to refine us and to mature that which we are capable of and that which we can bring into the world. And the stones and the mountains and the soil, they use wind and air and the people that walk upon them, the people that hold them in their hand. Children laughing at the beach, playing in the sand. These seemingly inert beings use everything. The snowflakes that land, the sun beating down, everything is a mechanism to bring forward their refinement, their maturity, and more of their sentiency. And imagine that these rocks, these stones, have been here since the beginning. Earth is a closed system. So first let's contemplate. Contemplate that which is seemingly not even alive. But for many people who will do this meditation, you have crystals. You have felt the aliveness of the stone people, of the great mountains. You have gone to sacred places like caverns and kivas, where there is a tremendous amount of life essence, and not just energy, but the life essence and the wisdom that the stone people hold, and that they are. So let us feel that and honor that with meditation as we breathe in, breathe out, and be with the rocks and stones and sand of the world. And then imagine that the stone people and all their children, like minerals and elements, that they are the greatest beings by proportion of Earth. Lava, magma, crust, continents, salt in the sea, they're all minerals. They're all born of this one factor of Earth. Then, in fact, there wouldn't be a planet without these beings. We wouldn't have bones. We wouldn't have red blood. Nor teeth, nor fingernails, nor hair. Imagine that there would be no trees without them because they couldn't stand up. There would be no animals. There would be nothing on Earth without the stone people in all their great and microscopic elemental forms. And imagine the very words of stability, security, rootedness, even the idea of gravity, attraction. All of these words would have no meaning without the stone people, who were the first people, of course, here on Earth. So contemplate and meditate with all the ways that those things are important to you in your life. Stability, solidity, security, safety. All of them are derived from the solidness of the earth itself, or at least the seemingly so. And then consider that that solidity is a sentient response that we have to the very ground underneath our feet and to the stability of our home, because it is made also of stone people in various ways. And of course, all of that derives from the solidity and thus stability that we experience because there is ground. There is rock, but there is ground. Consider as well that ideas, concepts, and the living experience of things such as being steadfast, consistent, constant, always, the word always and what it means, that these two come from that same solidity, stability, and the sense of security or permanent that we derive from the very ground under our feet, from the mountains that are around us, from the rocks in our backyard or in the rivers. That we as human beings, we take on these sentient qualities that are given to us, that are constantly radiated out by the stone people, by the grains of sand, by the river's rocks. This steadfastness, this constancy, this consistency is from them, and we receive it, at least here on Earth. And if we were on another planet that might be a gaseous giant and have nothing solid to it, we would talk about things differently. But here, we as the beings that we are, the spiritual, essential beings that we are here. And so we participate in the full beingness of Earth and the first people of Earth, the very ground of Earth, and therefore its dense physical creativity and creative quality is that stability, is that stone. And so we too, as children of the earth, we take on those qualities. How perfect, how beautiful. It is one shared existence. Consider all the ways that steadfastness and consistency serve you, including meditation and holding a state or even creating a state that can be held. Love, kindness, respect, they're all forms of steadfastness, accomplishing a task, learning to read, write, or train oneself in any way. And so feel the gifts of the stone people as we complete our sitting. Feel their maturity within you, their gifts of stability, solidity, and steadfastness all around you, and even in you. And we smile because it is amazing to live on earth. There's so much to celebrate, so much to appreciate, and so much that goes unnoticed or unknown. So we smile again with it all. And every Sunday, we offer something for our contemplation and for our recognition, so that our Mother is understood more fully and always appreciated. Love you all. Love Mother Earth. And create your day.